Hello everyone, very warm welcome to you to my YouTube channel Living with Spice. I'm Rebecca Gabrielle. Great to have you join me here. We're going to be doing a monthly reading for Sagittarius. Now here at Living with Spice, it's not all about quick fixes and quick answers or a prescription to your life. Here Spirit is working with us to help us understand how events are unfolding in our life, the energies surrounding those events, and how we can best respond so that we're making good choices to live a healthy life and a fulfilled life. So this is what you're going to expect with a reading from me. Now I do weekly readings, monthly readings and love readings, so check out my playlist for the reading that's of interest to you. Now, most people go to their sun sign as their first point of call, which is certainly fine. You're going to get a really good reading by looking at your sun sign. But sometimes we want a little bit more depth or a slightly different nuance to the reading. So we can also check out our moon sign, our rising sign, or our Venus sign. So our Venus sign's more about our love relationship. If you're not sure what that's all about, you can check the link in the description box for your natal chart. So go and find out a little bit more information about what other planets are influencing you in your natal chart. All right, let's get going. If you enjoy this read today, Sagittarius, don't forget to let me know, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and share it with your family and friends. Let's see what is in store for you for the month of July. So Sagittarius, we're going to have a look at the general theme coming up for you for the month of July. What sort of things are likely to unfold for you and the energies surrounding that. So Spirit, thank you for your guidance for Sagittarius. So we've got a bit of fire in the belly here, Sagittarius. You are quite keen to get on with things and to get on with your life, make things happen. We've got a lot of fiery energy. The Knight of Wands is all about taking action. Let's get things going. And this is how you're starting off with the month of July, is that you just, I don't know, there may be a little bit of an impatient feeling, but certainly frustration. Because you want to achieve, you want to see results, you want to take action. Come on everybody, let's get on board. But there's a little bit of, things are not flowing as smoothly as you'd like it to be. So perhaps all of that energy is causing a little bit of disharmony in your life. So we've got the Seven of Swords here, and there's this kind of sense that you are looking to see what you can gain out of a situation, and I think you're just focused on your agenda and what it is that you need to do, and it's either you or others. So the energy is conflict. Doesn't feel great. So I think perhaps you're just needing to check motives and your communications and make sure that the actions that you're taking are well thought through, because the Knight of Wands is not really an energy of careful discernment. It's just all action and all passion and being quite fired up about something. And it may be that not enough thought has been given into something, and that you could end up being a little bit hasty as a result, and so communication can get a little confusing for some, and of course you're not also seeing everything clearly, or maybe not making the best judgments if you're rushing things, which is this energy here of the Seven Swords. Perhaps trying to gain something in your life, but it's not necessarily with the right motives, or perhaps not enough clarity around the situation is perhaps a better way of putting it. So maybe it may serve you to just slow down and recheck, slow down the pace a little bit and just recheck yourself so that you don't make any mistakes, is what we're saying here. And then we have the Knight of Swords here. So this is, of course, about getting clarity. And we have, I don't think I've ever noticed that before. I think we have an owl sitting in the tree here, and certainly this sword here is about an idea and getting clarity around the situation. So I think somewhere in the mix there, you're sorting through, you know, your impulsive energy and your passion to do something, recognizing that perhaps you don't have all of the information and that you may need to rethink your strategy. And then we get the Knight of Swords where, I've got it. Now I understand. You've got clarity around the situation. You're having a little bit more wisdom here and insight with the owl. And yeah, I think you're getting there. I feel like you're getting there, Sagittarius, but it's been a little bit of a bumpy road for you. And the bumpy road is that not everybody's in agreement with you right now. So people have got various opinions about what you are doing, and you feeling you needed to defend yourself. So you're standing at the front door of your home and people are going, yeah, but this and yeah, but that, and you're going, back off. So I hear you, Sagittarius, but you know, just, it's okay to stand your ground. Sometimes you just need to do that, but it may be more about you giving yourself time and space to get yourself sorted. And you know, we understand your passion, Sagittarius. You are a fire sign and you've got a brilliant idea. At least you feel that you do, and eventually you get clarity and you're basically saying, listen, go away. I know what I'm doing. I'm sorry, it makes me laugh. But that's fine. If you've got certainty and you feel confident in what it is important for you, then so be it. You do not need to listen to the opinions of others. They can have their opinion, but ultimately you've got to go on your own judgment and your own intuition. And you know that you've got plenty of choice, but you also know that you've got plenty of resources. You have a toolbox of things within you to draw upon, which is fabulous. This is the Seven of Cups, and you are covering all bases. You are drawing on the wisdom, the knowledge, the past experience. You're trying to tap into spirit. You're trying to tap into your passion. You're trying to, come from an emotionally empathetic point of view. You're looking at everything. You're looking at all aspects, and good on you. Okay, so you're trying to make it work in the best way that you know how, which is fabulous. I love that energy. Let's pull a couple more for you, Sagittarius. Yes, he's certainly putting a lot of effort into weighing up, weighing everything up and coming to a balanced point of view, which is the Temperance card. There are things that are sort of conflicting energies at the moment. We've got the fire and the water here, but you're understanding that it's important to have a balance of everything. You want to create that balance and harmony and that synchronicity. So you're aware of that, and you're doing your very best to keep everybody happy as well as yourself, and to see the pros and cons of a situation. If this is something that you're having to decide upon, which I feel like it is, you're trying to see both sides of the fence, the pros and the cons, and to weigh everything up, which is, very sensible of you to do. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is a slow energy. It's very considered. It's looking at your pentacles and your finances and realizing that whilst all of this fired up action, you've got three knights that have come out here, and this is the Knight of Pentacles, which slows everything down, right? So we started off with this really fiery, passionate energy of the Knight of Wands, which just wants to giddy up and go, as does the Knight of Swords, with a clear idea. But you're realising, well, hang on a minute, I do need to weigh things up carefully. And so the Knight of Pentacles slows everything right down. You go, okay, whoa, I need to check my finances here. I need to just get a little bit grounded. This energy is the green is getting yourself grounded again, slowing everything down, giving yourself some time to have considered thought around the strategy and the plan. So the Knight of Pentacles is all about making sure you're protecting what you have saved, protecting what is yours, and being more discerning rather than impulsive, which is great, good sign. Very good sign. I like your thinking. There you go, as I say that. The King of Swords. I like your thinking. Very considered, weighing up everything, giving some time to sit back in that King energy, to plan, to strategize, to evaluate, to reflect. What do I say? I like your thinking. So that's good. It's a good energy. You're giving yourself some time now to plan rather than rush forward, and you realise that's the best strategy. So good on you. Because you know that your pentacles, your money, your savings, your resources are important. Now, the Four of Pentacles is about holding on to that and not wanting to waste money, okay? So we're holding on to the Pentacles. So we're going, not quite ready to let all of that money go just yet. So again, it's in that reflective, you're reflecting on what is the best course of action here before you take action. So that's very wise. You're planning, you're checking your budget, you are, just taking stock of what is, which is important. Yeah, it is kind of, it feels like it's been a bit tough to go through what you're going through. So you've got decisions to make. You're juggling a lot of things at the moment, Sagittarius. It is feeling a little challenging for you. You know, when you've got the Ten of Wands and you're carrying that load on your back, you feel like you're doing it all on your own, and it's not a good feeling, and you really would like some help. So it may be time to put some of those wands down and share the load, Sagittarius, because you're the one who's deciding to do that, right? It is a choice. It's not actually stuck to you or bound to you. You actually can let some of those wands down. So let's see if you manage to do that. If you put some of those wands down and share the load perhaps, or lighten the load at least. Yeah, you're still quite determined. So the King of Wands is very determined energy, right? So you still want to do something. You're quite determined in what you want to achieve. So, you know, we've got the Knight of Swords here is still wanting to race ahead with this idea, and the Knight of Wands is saying, yeah, but I still want to take action here. I'm still considering how I'm going to make this happen. So there's a lot of determination in you, and you have your sights firmly set on your goal, and you mean to take care of this. You're fired up with a purpose. You've got purpose, so that's a good thing. Even after all of this reflection, which at least you have done, you are still very determined. So, great. So be it. So be it. So let's see where this is going for you. We've got the enchanted map. Where is this headed for you, Sagittarius? What are you so determined about in the month of July? What's coming up for you? Potential blockages. Protecting your treasure. Yeah, we know that this is important to you. Your treasure is everything about you, what's important to you, the things that you've saved, the things that belong to you. But it's also how you want to feel in your environment. So here we've got the treasure chest. She's curled up on top of that. They're the things that are important to her. The environment is not so warming there. We've got an umbrella and it's raining, and so you want to feel safe, warm and secure in your home, you know, and that's important to you. Your home environment is important to you. That's where you feel king of your castle. That's where you feel you can be yourself and relax. And that's, yeah. Spirit wants you to know that you're always protected and divinely directed, Sagittarius. So although this is a time, it feels like it's a time of risk for you, know that at a fundamental level you are able to move forward safely and securely. Well, that's great, because that takes a lot of worry out of this energy down here with the cards, because you have felt worried and you've wanted to carefully consider your plans, and it has been quite tiring for you to do that, but you still have the determination to move forward. So Spirit is saying, don't worry, it is okay for you to move forward safely and securely. The divine is watching over you right now, Sagittarius. Let me shed some more light on these cards. Okay. The proverbial nest egg, which you are lying on top of here, is safe and sound no matter the fluctuations in the world. Guardian angels and other guides are whispering to you, making you aware of their protective presence. Your loyalty is an important theme now. Nurture that which you hold dear. Your loyalty to yourself is important. And what is important to you, whatever is important to you, Sagittarius, it's essential that you nurture that. It's a good time to strengthen bonds of friendship and ensure their integrity, the integrity of that friendship bond. If you're feeling tested at the moment, know that a true and loyal heart always achieves its aim. When you stay true to yourself, Sagittarius, that's when you strengthen the bonds of friendship with others, as well as your commitment to yourself. So following your heart, being loyal to yourself, and also true, standing in your truth and integrity to other people, Sagittarius, is what this is all about. So in those moments where you're concerned and worried about the element of risk in the decisions that you're making at the moment, just know that the angels are watching over you. They are protecting you. You're not alone, so you don't need to have any fear. Now is the time for you to embrace your courage. I think that's a really reassuring message from Spirit for you, because it does feel that you, it has been weighing heavily on you, and you are worried about things, but you are doing all of the necessary work here, we can see. And now Spirit is saying, don't have any worries. You're doing all of the right things. Stay true to your aim, true to your purpose. Be loyal to yourself, your commitment to yourself, and also treat those people in your life that are important to you with truth and integrity as you move forward. Cup of tea. It's good. Very good. All right, so let's see what else is coming out for you, Sagittarius. Wide open. Oh, that's an interesting message. And perhaps this is also, rather than you withdrawing and feeling the weight of worries and concerns, Spirit is saying it's time to step forward and open your heart and be open to new possibilities. I love that. It's really embracing the newness of what can be. And I feel that that's what you're passionate about anyway. That's what you're looking for and searching for, is the big wide world out there and moving to the next thing. But in order to do that, you've got to trust and you've got to have an open heart, Sagittarius. So the card says you are free to express your uniqueness to the world and share in all the bounty of life's endless possibilities. So all manner of opportunities are open to you at the moment, Sagittarius, and I feel that you sense that. You know that this is what you're stepping into. So be sure that you don't remain small and contracted like this. This is quite self-protective, being worried about the future and the risks. But Spirit is saying, don't worry. please embrace the opportunities that are ahead for you. This is the right time for you to do it. Expand your horizons beyond what you believe to be your limitations. You have a unique voice, Sagittarius, and this needs to be expressed in the world. The universe is supportive of new ideas and approaches at this time, and that is so true. I mean, at the moment, we're living in a time where sky's the limit. We live in an age where anything is possible. With the technology and the way the world is a lot smaller for us to achieve things, the universe is supportive of new ideas and approaches. So speak up and speak out. Now is the right time to do it, Sagittarius. So if you're feeling inspired with new ideas, as the Knight of Swords indicates, new idea, bing, go for it. The universe is supporting you. Now is the right time to follow your unique ideas, your creativity. So, this card is a little bit about you being the maverick who's, embracing new opportunities in the wide open world. So follow your greater vision, Sagittarius. Get rid of the old ideas and step into a dream that feels big and full of possibilities. I love that card. That's very exciting, very encouraging. Okay, I'm going to pull some cards. Haven't used this deck for a little while. I feel inspired for you, Sagittarius. This is Spirit messages. So Spirit, what messages do you have for Sagittarius at the moment? I feel that, I love your passion and I love your determination, and clearly you have a lot of determination to stand your ground and to be yourself, to carefully plan and to trust in your own judgment. And now is the time not to shrink, when you're feeling the weight of burdens, but to get up and get out there and keep going. And the King of Wands energy truly is your true self. This is so typical of you, wanting to take charge of the situation for yourself and to make things happen, basically, to manifest what it is that you want to manifest. Oh, I feel like you need to hear this. This is interesting, Sagittarius. Oh, okay. A father's love. Can you believe that? A father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable, in that it can be tapped into at any time for whatever reason, whether your father is still here or has passed. A father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience. And might I just say, Sagittarius, that, not everybody is going to feel that they have the kind of experience that they want to have with their father. Regardless of what the external experience has been for you up until recently, Sagittarius, underneath it all, behind closed doors, behind all of the other stuff that happens in our life, I feel like Spirit is letting you know that regardless of all of the external stuff, just know that the love that your father has for you is strong, and the energy of what you perceive your father's love to be is still there and guiding you, and spiritually that bond cannot be broken. And no matter our inadequacies in life, in terms of being able to see, hear, feel and experience that love from our Father, for some of us it goes well and for some of us it doesn't. Regardless of how that is shown or articulated, spiritually that bond with your Father cannot be broken. And there's always, at a soul level, a love there that is sometimes unexplained or inexplicable, but still exists. I feel that that's what you need to know, Sagittarius, at this point in time, is that for whatever reason this has come up for you, perhaps it's helping you to have that fire in your belly, to be determined, to stand your ground and to live your purpose. And perhaps you just need to know whether your Father is here or not. You need to understand that the Father, just like the Divine and the Divine Father and the Divine Spirit, is forever watching over you, and the purpose of that Divine Spirit, expressed as your Father's love, is there to guide you, love you, intuitively show you the important things in life. That, to live your purpose is important, to live your inner truth is important. And sometimes we just need to feel that from our Father, or whoever that Father energy is for you. Whether they're here in the flesh or not, that feeling, that experience and that knowing, is what you need to tap into. The Divine Spirit is not gender-based, but certainly provides us that deep love and deep security that we need to feel, and that connection to our purpose and to love. In the physical realm, we associate that with our Father's love and that sort of protection, that guidance that we desire, and that love that we desire, that affirmation, that approval, that guidance, that I'm always there for you feeling. And, whether they successfully do that in the physical realm or not, spiritually they do. And that's the energy that you need to tap into at the moment, Sagittarius. I do feel that whatever cycle that you're going through right now in your soul path and soul growth, this is something that you need to be made aware of, because you're stepping out and really having a voice and wanting to be your true self. And Spirit is saying, go for it. You've got the backing that you need. You've got everything you need within yourself. Go for it. Your Spirit is there, catching you, waiting for you, guiding you, around you, and you never need to doubt that. You are spiritual first before our physical reality. Our physical reality is the landscape in which we're learning. It's not perfect, it challenges us, but when we always come back to our divine connection, we feel, sense and know that Spirit is there, and that's where the certainty, the love, the depth and the guidance is. Yes. Beautiful. All right. To finish off, I'm going to pull a couple of cards from the Angel Messages deck. Thank you, Spirit. Yes, okay. So Archangel Jeremiah is saying, please embrace the spirit of forgiveness, the miracle of forgiveness. It helps you to understand that the act of forgiveness is an act of love, and that in itself is a miracle and is healing to us all. Forgiveness of whatever we think we failed to do, forgiveness of others if we have expectations that have not been met. Whatever hasn't happened or has, that itself is not important. What's important is the understanding that people are doing the best they can in their physical life, and we don't always get it right. What is more important is our spiritual connection to those special people in our life, and that forgiveness is a healing, is an act of love and is healing for both parties. It's not about who's done something right, who's done something wrong. In order for us to grow and to have this beautiful expansive energy and to embrace life, we need to recognize that we are spiritual beings first. So the act of forgiveness, the miracle of forgiveness, is the way we are able to learn and grow in our life and expand and use the wisdom of our experiences to help us grow. If your relationship with your Father needs forgiveness, needs healing, then see that person from a spiritual level or a soul point of view, not from their physical experience. in our physical life, we're imperfect. You know, we are here to learn and grow, and we don't always get it right. And so we can make a lot of judgments based on what we see in front of us. But Spirit is saying that the connections that we have with each other are way more than what we see. And sometimes we need to recognize that and tap into that experience and see the love from a spiritual point of view and the forgiveness that is possible. We also have the clear your vibes. So it's time to clear your energy, and forgiveness is about clearing our energy. It's about removing all the toxicity, the self-judgments, the criticism, the anger, the resentments, the whatever. It's time to let those go, which means to clear your energy, clear your vibes, so that you can embrace the next steps with openness and clarity. So do what you can to put yourself in a good, healthy space mentally, emotionally. Go and do things that you're passionate about. Get yourself out into the fresh air. Do a check-in with your physical well-being, your physical health. That will all help to clear your energy. I feel a bit of movement is important. So there's a lot of red and pink energy here to me, which is active. It's loving energy. It's also active energy. So sitting around and stagnating is not what I'm saying you do. So go do what you need to do to clear your vibes. Part of that process of clearing your vibes is you stepping back from things that are not serving you well. So if there's, sort of energy around you that's disturbing your clarity and your sense of wellness, it's time to actually step back away from that and in order to get some clarity and to start fresh. So step back away from any chaotic energy, any conflicts, anything that's not good for you. Take a break, clear the air, and just take care of yourself. Get yourself into a good space. I feel that it would be helpful to look at the weekly reads in terms of actions that are happening for you. Focus your mind. So I feel like there's a process here. A lot of it is a mental process for you of understanding how to read your own energy and how to manage things, how to come to good decision making, and how to assess the situation clearly in order to move forward. And we've got the Focus Your Mind card, which is about helping you to be clear about your priorities. So clearing your vibes and getting clear about your priorities, stepping back away from anything that's going to get in the way of you doing that. So I think it's very valuable time well spent for you, Sagittarius, if you give yourself some time to just, pace yourself, allow yourself that time to think things through carefully and to plan things. That I feel that's the basis of your reading, Sagittarius, for the month of July. So let's leave it at that. It's a good message. There's plenty there for you to think about. In fact, anything more than that may be a little bit too much and a bit overwhelming. So plenty of beautiful advice. Rewatch the video so that you can recall all of the different things that are happening there for you. Watch it a couple of times. All right, look, I wish you well. I feel like you're on the right path, which is fabulous. So take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you next time.